Okay, guys, we are going to be talking about sleep needs today. If I can find the right, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the right slide here. We're going to talk about why we sleep, what our sleep needs are. So let's just jump right into it. Why do we sleep here? People differ in their individual sleep requirements. For example, newborns sleep twice as much as adults, and these age-related changes are rivaled by differences in the normal amount of sleep among individuals of any age. Twin studies suggest that these differences may be partially genetic, and sleep patterns are also culturally influenced. People in modern industrialized nations get less sleep because of shift work and social diversions. For example, like, you want to go out at night instead of staying in and sleeping. People today suffer from sleep patterns that thwart their having an energized feeling of well-being. And findings suggest that sleep deprivation puts people at risk for depressed immune system, impaired concentration, creativity and communication, irritability, and slowed performance with greater vulnerability to accidents. Chronic sleep deprivation can also alter metabolic and hormonal function, creating conditions that may contribute to obesity, hypertension, and memory impairment. So basically, what we're saying is that sleep is incredibly important for your development in your body. And a sleep debt is basically this idea that if you miss a bunch of sleep, then you're not going to be okay until your body makes up that sleep. Eventually, if you have a sleep debt, your body will need to make up that sleep. If you miss an hour of sleep every night, that's essentially staying up, like pulling an all-nighter, and your body will need to make up for that sleep at some point. You will make up for it at some point. So why do we sleep? The first explanation of why we sleep, answer the following true-false questions. I need an alarm clock to wake me up. It's a struggle for me to get out of bed. Weekday mornings I hit the snooze bar. I feel tired, irritable, and stressed out. I have trouble concentrating and remembering. I feel slow with critical thinking, problem solving, and being creative. I often fall asleep watching TV, and I often fall asleep in boring meetings or lectures, i.e. in class, or in warm rooms. After heavy meals, while relaxing, 5 minutes of getting into bed, feel drowsy while driving, sleep extra hours on weekends. I often need a nap to get through the day. I have dark circles around my eyes. If you answer true to 3 or more items, you are probably not getting enough sleep. And this psychologist, to determine your sleep needs, he says that you go to bed 15 minutes earlier than usual every night for the next week, and continue this practice by adding 15 more minutes each week until you can wake up without an alarm clock and feel alert all day. The first explanation of why we sleep is that sleep may have played a protective role in human evolution by keeping people safe during potentially dangerous times. A second idea is that sleep may help us recuperate, restoring and repairing brain tissue. And a third explanation is that sleep restores and rebuilds our fading memories of the day's experiences. People trained to perform tasks recall them even better after a short nap. A fourth possible reason why we sleep is that sleep feeds creative thinking. And after working on a task, then sleeping on it, people solve problems more insightfully than those who stay awake. And finally, sleep may play a role in the growth process. During deep sleep, the pituitary gland releases a growth hormone. So there's a lot of different reasons why people would sleep. New research for example, the U.S. Navy and NIH studies. What this is right here is talking about I'm sorry, I keep having to clear my throat. They studied people's sleep, the soldiers' sleep, and they found that people who are extremely sleep deprived, again, have poor motor function. Age and sleep loss, the older you get, the more sleep you need, as well as the younger you are, the more sleep you need. Chronic sleep loss can cause, it alters your metabolic and hormonal functioning in ways that mimic aging. And again, we talked about the other side effects like irritability, slowed performance, and impaired creativity. It can be devastating for driving, piloting, and equipment operating. And driver fatigue contributes to an estimated 20% of American highway traffic accidents. And there is spring and fall time changes can affect your sleep, and that's why you need to pay attention to the clock and go to bed early and adjust yourself. And you can do it in 15 or 30-minute intervals. And I just talked about all these sleep theories right here. Sleep disorders. 1 in 10 adults and 1 in 4 older adults complain of insomnia, and this is a problem in falling or staying asleep. And a rarer but more severe form of insomnia are sleep disorders, narcolepsy, and sleep apnea. Narcolepsy is it's characterized by uncontrollable sleep attacks, and sometimes people laugh about this, but it's really not funny. Sleep apnea is a sleep disorder that means that you literally stop breathing in the night. Sleep apnea affects mostly overweight men, and again, they intermittently stop breathing during sleep. During an airless minute or so, decreased blood oxygen will arouse the sleeper to snort in air for a few seconds. And children often experience night terrors, and other people other than children can have night terrors. Often they'll sit up and walk around, talk incoherently, and experience a doubling of heart and breathing rates, and they will appear terrified. And they're also children are also more prone to sleepwalking and sleep talking. Our dreams are mostly of ordinary events, and they often relate to everyday experiences and more frequently involve anxiety or misfortune than triumphant achievement. The storyline of our dreams, what Sigmund Freud called their manifest content, sometimes incorporates traces of the previous day's experiences and preoccupations. Only 1 in 10 dreams among young men and 1 in 30 among young women have sexual overtones. The sensory stimuli of our environment may also intrude on our dreams. Freud believed that a dream's manifest content is a censored version of its latent content, which gratifies our unconscious wishes. This information processing perspective suggests that dreams help us process information and fix it in memory. Some physiological theories propose that REM sleep, or REM-induced regular brain stimulation, helps develop and preserve neural pathways in the brain. And the activation synthesis explanation is that REM sleep triggers impulses in brain areas that process visual images, but not the visual cortex area. And this evokes visual images that our brain weaves into a storyline. The brain maturation cognitive development perspective maintains that dreams represent the dreamer's level of development, knowledge, and understanding. But despite their differences, most theories agree that REM sleep and its associated dreams serve an important function, as shown by the REM rebound that occurs following REM deprivation. And REM rebound is the tendency for REM sleep to increase following REM sleep deprivation. And this is, of course, created by repeated awakenings during REM sleep. And this is how we sleep throughout our lifetime. Again, you can see from 1 to 15 days old, you're sleeping almost 16 hours a day. And that's very true. It's very true. Newborns don't want to do anything but sleep and cry and poop. This is a good chart showing you different dream theories. Down at the bottom, it was showing you the critical considerations. And that's it for today. Thanks, guys.